Hey friends, welcome to Gardening with Creekside and this week's nursery tour. There are so many fantastic things that we're going to talk about today, but just in case you're like me and you're in La La Land, Mother's Day is this Sunday. That is Sunday, May the 12th is Mother's Day. I thought it was the next week. Nope, it is this coming Sunday. What else says Happy Mother's Day to either yourself or your mother or an aunt or a special woman in your life than beautiful flowers and gardening apparel and supplies and all the fun things? So we have lots of fun things that we're going to talk about today. What I'm holding though in front of me or with me is the Proven Winners. This is the Aquapots Light Insert. This is where you can upgrade your traditional container that you already have at your home. Put this Aquapot insert in there and it turns it into a self-watering container. We have these available both online and here at the garden center. So if you are interested in that, you can go ahead and order it or come swing by here and grab them. This would make a great Mother's Day present, right? Grab this and a plant. There you go. Make it easy on mom because heaven knows we need all the help that we can get. There is a limited number of these, so if you're interested in them, I would just say move with purpose and then go ahead and order them or come by the nursery and we have them. Also on this Saturday, we're gonna have Will's is coming back. They have another food, it's a food truck that have great hot dogs and burgers and sandwiches. Fun thing is that Will is going to be here right when we open. So he is going to have breakfast sandwiches, right? So whether you want like a ham and cheese, sausage and cheese, it's going to be on a croissant, it could be on bread. He uses high quality like boar's head meats and cheeses, delicious. So come early, shop early, grab you a breakfast sandwich, or if you want to sleep in, and then you can come by and grab you some lunch. So we will have that food truck here for both breakfast and lunch. So lots of options available for you. Yeah, so these nursery tours are an opportunity for us to walk through the nursery real time so you can see what is blooming, growing, and thriving here at Creekside Nursery in Dallas, North Carolina. We are a Zone 8A. If you are not local and you're not going to be able to come by the nursery, I would highly encourage you to sign up for our emails. I will put a link in the video description. Sign up for our emails because that is the best way for you to be aware of fun, new, exciting products that come out. We have specials that are available only online, just like we have specials that are here at the nursery. We also have specials that are also available only online. Sign up for the emails. We're not going to spam you. We're not going to like sell your information. It is the best way to know about the great deals online. Now, Mother's Day, right? It is still, mid-May, North Carolina, perfect time to be planting shrubs. We've got some beautiful things that we're both growing and things that we brought in. For example, right here we have the Oh So Easy Pleasy. I love the name of this rose. It is going to be more of a landscape rose, obviously hot pink flowers, right? It is a continuous bloomer. It is going to be full sun like all your roses are, hardy in zones 4 to 9, and this is going to be nice and petite, 2.5 to 3.5 tall and wide. Depending on your flower bed, this could be the front of the flower bed or the middle. So this really a gorgeous, beautiful, continuous blooming rose with those gorgeous, bright pink flowers, disease resistant, just a great one, right? So you can see covered in those flowers and it's just stunning. That's just all there is to it. We have more roses available back here. We have drift roses, and where you want pink, you want red, you want cream. We've got the lilac rise up lilac days. We have lots of different options. I know right now it looks a little bare right here. We're in the process of bringing some stuff down, y'all. So there are lots of roses that are available, whether you want a semi-climber like the Rise Up, so it can be a shrub, or it could be a small climber. You want just a shrub rose, lots of options. And then, of course, hydrangeas. Y'all, before we know it, example A, hydrangea season is going to be upon us. This is the Incredible Blush. Look how many buds are already over this hydrangea. Incredible Blush, of course, is going to be a color-specific, sun-loving, smooth hydrangea. If you're familiar with Incredible, this is the blush, where it's going to have a nice soft pink to it. It is going to be sun to part shade, meaning that you need a minimum, I would say, of 5 hours. 5 hours all the way up to full day sun, hardy in zones 3 to 8, 4 to 5 feet tall and wide. So gorgeous pink color on it, and you can see with these smooth hydrangeas, they're an early bloomer. So whether it's an Incredible or the Incredible Blush or the Invincible Ruby, it doesn't matter. Those are all going to be early bloomers. I mean, fantastic, easy Mother's Day gift there. And then of course we have the panicles. We have the Pinky Winky Prime, which is going to be a really strong, look at that. Look at those stems, really strong, sturdy stems that will hold the massive white panicle blooms on it. I love it because of the color. It is nice and red, so that's gonna be, like, you just look at the plant, even without any blooms on it, it's a really cool looking plant. Maybe Mama likes it a little more tropical, right? We're going into hibiscus season. This is just a small sampling of the summerific hibiscus that we have. The summerific hibiscus are, of course, from Proven Winners. These are perennials. They are an easy, hardy perennial here for us in our zone 8A climate because they are cold hardy all the way up to a zone 4 and hardy in the heat up to a 9. Where I am, I don't even have to think about losing these in the wintertime because they are extremely cold tolerant. They love water. So if you put it in a damp area, it is going to grow. For us, with our wet winters, because it loves it wet, it's not going to drown. You're not going to lose it because of too much water. Unless you put it in a pond and it's submerged, well then there you go. They come in a whole range of colors. Like this is Evening Rose. Evening Rose is actually the one that we have. We have 3 of them up by the greenhouse, and they're huge, they're gorgeous, big bright pink flowers on it. We've got Holy Grail, which is near black foliage, really deep red colors. This is one of the new ones, All Eyes on Me. Look at this. Look at that fun color. So really nice soft color. It is a gorgeous solid green as far as your foliage. And then of course it has that nice shade of a pink. These are big dinner plate blooms on them. Depending on the variety, they will either be columnar, which is more like narrow and tall, or they will be gumdrops, short and wide, shall we say. Just depends. Your tags will tell you all of that. Let's see, Jerry, do we need to go down there and talk about what's down there? We got some new plants. I'm trying to remember. We also have, y'all, honeysuckle season. We're sitting on the front porch in the morning drinking our coffee, and I'm like, Jerry, I smell the honeysuckle. This is the honeysuckle from Proven Winners. This is a fantastic climbing vine. Now, this is called Sensation. And you can see that it is getting ready to explode in full bloom. Has a lovely fragrance to it. It will climb anything. So it's not gonna be, you're gonna have to help it a little bit. So you're gonna have to kind of prop it up. It's not so much like a clematis where it actually sends out little tendrils and it attaches. You're gonna kind of have to help it in the beginning and then it will just take off. We have 2 of these in the privacy berm. Oh my stars, they are outstanding. Now this for us where we are is an evergreen, so even in the dead of winter I have foliage on this vine. It is going to be full sun at least 6 hours, and it's going to get 10 feet tall, 2 to 4 feet wide, hardy in zones 4 to 9. Again, very adaptable and easy to use in various places. Look at this beauty. These, we had some earlier and then we sold out and then we got it back in stock. This is called the Juiced Up Orange. This is a cestrum. This is going to be more for my hotter, warmer zones. It is going to be a continuous, prolific bloomer of these really great orange tubular blooms that your hummingbirds are absolutely going to love and adore. Now, I personally don't smell anything right now, so I'm just going to tell you that. Let me show you, let me put this down because she's a big one. She's a little heavy. Let me give you my specs on this. It is definitely going to be, you need that 5 hours of sun. It is going to be 4 to 5 tall, 3 to 4 wide, hardy in zones 7B to 10. So if you are like me and you're maybe a little bit on the border for this, what I want you to think about in your placement in your garden is not only the summer heat, because it loves it hot, so you want to put it there, but also think about in the wintertime, where can it get some protection from those cold, dry winds that we sometimes get? So if you can put it on the back side of the house, right, the south side facing of your house, or where you have some big trees in front, like a windbreak. So give it some protection in the wintertime to make sure that it survives the winter. Summertime, you're not gonna have to worry about it because it loves it so hot. Mother's Day, easy. If you can't think of anything else, I'm trying to help you people, and you're like, okay, well, mom lives in an apartment or a condo. I can't get her a shrub. That just doesn't make any sense. Hanging baskets. We have got loads and loads of hanging basket. That is an easy, quick gift that you can run in, grab a couple, one for yourself, one for your mom, your mother-in-law, whoever, and grab those. So we've got them all throughout the nursery. You can get them in like the 10-inch, which is that green basket, or if you want to go up a level, then of course we have the 16-inch in the cocoa line baskets. So you can get those as well. They come in a range of colors, and so just have fun, whatever color mom wants. If you want sun, if you want shade, we have them both. I got a spider web up my nose. Fizzy Mizzy. So we have got I think this is what, the landscape shrub of the year? It's some sort of shrub of the year. Fizzy Mizzy. This, y'all, is a beautiful plant. Look at this. Stunning. It is getting ready to absolutely explode in flowers. These are all of the little flower buds. So you've got the buds on here, and Fizzy Mizzy is going to be smaller than, say, like Scentlandia. So let me see if I can give you the specs. We don't even have a tag. It's in that 3 to 4. It's like a 3x3, and it can do sun or shade. Very, very adaptable, gorgeous plant. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Oh, hydrangeas. We have a new load of hydrangeas that came in. So like this is the shade hanging basket. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it's massive. So you've got impatiens, you've got coleus, you've got sweet potato vine. This little section right here is going to be more on the filtered sun, the part shade, however you want to call it, section. So you might notice that there's a hole there. I've already grabbed one of these. This is the Let's Dance Rhythmic Blue. Look at these big, beautiful, massive blooms on this thing. Trust me, mom is going to be very happy to get this. A lot of times for Mother's Day, people will go like at the grocery store or florist and get hydrangeas. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying sometimes those hydrangeas are not as strong and as sturdy for the landscape long term. If you're looking for a long-term present for mom, I would highly encourage you to visit your local garden center, your nursery, and get a hydrangea from there as opposed to the grocery store or the florist. Now, Let's Dance Rhythmic Blue. The Let's Dance series is going to be like repeat bloomers. They tend to be more petite. Now this is a big leaf hydrangea, a macrophylla, right? Now what they have done with this Let's Dance Rhythmic Blue is that it's blooming on old and new growth. It is going to be hardy in zones 5 to 9. It is going to be in sun to part shade. Depending on your zone, if you're a zone 5, you absolutely can put this in full sun. If you're a zone 9, probably not. You're going to need like morning sun, filtered sun, not the hot afternoon. It will probably fry, even if you have it on irrigation. This is going to be 3 to 4 feet tall and wide, and it is a re-bloomer. So it blooms on new and old growth, meaning you're going to get a beautiful display of colors throughout the season. And so if you have acidic soil, it's going to be very, very blue, right? Really vivid blue. If you have more neutral or alkaline soil, it's going to be a vivid pink. So this is what we call pH dependent. Like you can see the pink bloom here. We are acidic, so we're always going to go towards blue or purple. If you're neutral alkaline, you're going to be pink, okay? So gorgeous shrub. I have already pulled one. I've, put it in the garden along with some macubas. People looking for shade plants, shrubs that are going to be evergreen. That is going to be an acuba. Nice and big, gorgeous, bright color to it. Loves the shade. Do we want to go on over to here? Okay. Now, obviously you can see that we still have tons of color, right? You still have tons of calibrachoas and petunias and grasses and salvias, all sorts of wonderful things. So if you're looking for an easy peasy something, you grab a hanging basket. If you want to go a little bit more involved, something that will last longer, we have that for you as well. The Monarda is in bloom, and we have phenomenal lavender. If you are a follower of Creekside, then you know probably of my struggles with lavender because we are hot, we're humid, and we have clay soil that retains moisture. Sometimes those are not the best elements to grow gorgeous lavender. Our friend Kata, who turned me on to Phenomenal, I really was done with lavender, and she said, Jenny, try one more time and try this Phenomenal lavender. It truly is phenomenal. I have had it in the garden for a year and a half now. It overwintered beautifully. It does classic, nice, tall lavender flowers on it. It smells amazing. It handles the heat. It handles the humidity. It handles the clay soil. And this is going to get some good size. This is definitely a full sun plant. You need a minimum of 6 hours or all day. It's going to be about 2 feet tall and about 3 feet wide. And I would attest to that. It really does, at maturity, will get that size. Hardy end zones 4 to 9. So if you have struggled with lavender in the past, try one more time, try Phenomenal. I promise you will love it. I certainly do. It is unbelievable. So we've got the Monarda that's blooming. Look at this Drops of Jupiter. Oh my goodness, y'all. I was just in the backyard right before we came over to film this video. I was in the backyard and I have 3 of these Drops of Jupiter in the backyard beds, and y'all, they're stunning right now. They are full, they are gorgeous, they are that bright chartreuse color, nice, gorgeous mounds on them. For me, they are semi-evergreen, so they get shorter in the wintertime, but I have this beautiful low mat of this chartreuse color. They're going to be, you're going to space them 3 feet apart because they get nice and wide. And they're hardy in zones 4 to 9. They will do flowers. They will get tall. The height on them is 24 inches. That includes the flower spikes. So it'll be a nice tall with like a purple lavender flower on it. Really, really pretty. Don't ever underestimate the power of some oregano. Now, this is not like, culinary oregano. It has that fragrance to it. So if you have rabbits or deer, then it's going to deter those for sure. We're going to come down here because I want to show you, we're going to tippy toe. When Jerry did the nursery tour last week, he let you know that the Savannah urns are, what did we say? 20% off. So your Savannah urns, this is a Savannah urn. All of these right here are Savannah urns. They are 2 pieces, and they are great. I have one in my shade garden. Mimi has one in her shade garden. We have multiple customers that have them and love them. These are wonderful if you want to plant perennials in them. You absolutely can do that. Or if you want to put annuals in it, you can. Really nice and low profile, so you can have it in the middle of your flower bed and then have taller things behind it. You absolutely can do that. All of the unique stone planters have nice big drain holes. We actually have ours that's on in the woodland garden. We have irrigation going up the tube, like up the stand, so that it's hollow, so you can absolutely send irrigation up that, and then you can irrigate it. So the Savannah urns only are 20% off. So we have all the colors in that. And then I think last but not least, we're gonna hit, I know it's not real, like show worthy right now, but I just wanted to show you yesterday afternoon, like what was that, 5 o'clock, something like that. We got another delivery of the Heart to Heart caladiums from Proven Winners. The great thing about the Heart to Heart caladiums is they are, like this is what you're looking at, it's called Tickle Me Pink. And this is going to be either sun or shade. A lot of their caladiums can go either way, sun or shade. That is Bottle Rocket. And that is going to be, what does that say, Sun to Shade 2 as well? I'm trying to make sure You know, my eyes don't work as well as they used to.
Yeah, sun tolerant.
Sun tolerant. So we used to think of caladiums as only shade tolerant. Now this one is Snow Flurry. It too is sun or shade. Beautiful white with just a little bit of a hint of pink in it. But if you are in a warm, humid environment and you're not growing caladiums, y'all, I'm telling you, you need to do it. This is the easiest plant to grow in the heat and the humidity. They act like the humidity is their drug of choice. They explode. You literally can see them grow overnight. The hotter, the more humid it is, the stickier it is, the happier these plants are. You can use them in containers, in hanging baskets, in the landscape. You name it, you can do it. Just choose your color and then make sure that you're making, because there are some that are shade only. It will tell you on the tag, but most of them are sun or shade. I'm getting ready to add some to my planters on the front porch. And so, you know, go for it. I promise you will not be disappointed with these caladiums. We have tons more in the greenhouse as well, so don't think this is all we have. They literally just came yesterday and we haven't had a chance to unpack them. But yeah, Mother's Day, Sunday. Will's is going to be here on Saturday for breakfast and lunch. Savannah earns 20% off. Make sure you sign up for emails. I'll have that linked in the video. Yeah, just get out there. If you can't come to Creekside, go visit your local garden center. I think the vast majority of the country is opening up. I know I hear every once in a while on YouTube people talking about that they're still getting some snow and some freezes and things, but I think that's kind of going away for the most part of the country. So it is going to be a beautiful Mother's Day for sure here. I know we're going to have great weather this weekend, so it's going to be gorgeous. We're going to have some rain beforehand, but Saturday is supposed to be really pretty. So absolutely come see us. We will all be here. We can't wait to meet you and help you shop for Mother's Day. As always, we appreciate you. You have a great day. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends. Friends, yeah, so this is the situation. We had a massive storm come through and we have had catastrophic loss. Like, the entire shrub lot is essentially gone. And yeah, we have an absolute flippin' river. Jerry, Jackson, and I came across before it flooded the road. Now it's too high. We can't cross. It's absolutely horrible, horrific. We've lost hundreds of plants. We've got trees down. We do have power. My parents don't have power, but this is the worst it's ever been. And yeah. Rack of caladiums that just came. They are very close to going into the creek. So it's bad.